How their Fight Fans Fight Talk came back on another one. So, we're at next for Joseph Parker. Now, I did make a video about the fight, I did go into it a little bit, but not in depth. So I'm gonna have to take a little deeper look at what can happen to Joseph Parker. Now, to be fair, he didn't do himself a disservice. It's not like he lost in a real bad way. It was really badly hurt. He was hurt a little bit, but wasn't badly hurt. So in terms of getting back into title contention, which obviously is left at now. He'll probably go down the rankings, but he'll probably still up the rankings on some other governing bodies, and he might have to go a different route. So he can look through the BBC or whatever route you want to see where he is in the other governing bodies and see where they are, see who wants to fight and make a fight. I don't think Joseph Parker is done. This is not the person that should retire. He's still fairly young, and he's come on leaps and bounds on Dandy Lee, and he just made a small mistake. I think he made a small mistake. Like, he should have grabbed onto him, shown the referee that you're coherent, rather than letting the ropes and miss. Yeah, a lot of the shots did miss, but because you're not throwing nothing back, and for some referees, you're not gonna give them any encouragement into wanting to leave you to it, because you're not showing no signs of you're there, and they're looking at your body language and things like that. So you gotta take those things into account. But yes, I will agree, it was stopped prematurely. But at the same time, when in my other video where I say could at least 30 seconds, no punches were thrown back from Parker. Might be a bit longer than that, but 30 to 35 seconds. There was, even though some of them were like with the missed catching on gloves or and whatnot, and he rolled through them and moved his head away, some were still getting through, and because you're not throwing nothing back, you're giving the ref no choice. But that being said, Parker, it showed true determination in that fight. He didn't go down there even though he was hurt. Showed tremendous grit. People are talking about the weight. The weight might have been a slight issue, but I think if he didn't get dragged into a dogfight, he still would have won. He was up on the cards, and he would have won. Like, if he had won 11th round, and even if he lost 11th round, we say we give that to Fabio, based on how it was in the first minute and a half. Let's just say he won that round. If he goes down and wins the 12th, coast it, outboxes him, doesn't need to get into a shootout, I think he gets himself to a win, a clear win, maybe by 2 rounds or one or 2 rounds. That's what it will be. But it chose to not hold him or not take a knee. You could have done any one of those things to show the referee, give yourself a bit of a chance. But it's a 10 count. You're gonna get a bit more than that, because the referee gonna say, gonna tell you to walk over, blah blah blah, and you can hear it. So you gave yourself a bit of time, man. So, but I just think, Parker has got more than enough to continue and fight on. So I don't think someone like Caballero, I don't think fighting, because he's going to fight in December, so that's too late now. So fight someone within the top 10, top 15, get yourself back in title contention, because come back again. Like, he's only 2 wins away from getting back in contention. I think he's not like he was badly beat or badly knocked out. It was a hard, tough fight, but it don't mean that you can't, give it 2 weeks and get back into and maybe even 3 weeks, give it 2-3 weeks, and get back into a camp again and get ready to fight in the new year. Like, maybe enjoy your Christmas with your family or whatnot, then come back in the new year. But it's not over for him anyway. I was just thinking, who's next? Because I was thinking, going through maybe fighting someone like Frank Sanchez, who Moza Talma avoided. Maybe if I'm like fighting someone like that. There's still fights out there. He's beat Zhang, he beat Piccoli, he beat Wilder. You know what I mean? So he's up there. He's still, he's still up there. And I think because he was trying to go for the knockout too much. So he'll learn from that fight. I think he'll learn a lot more from that fight, and not underestimate anyone. I think, and get dragged into their fight, and keep your shape and keep your game plan. And I also which I thought he would do. Obviously, I was wrong. You know, the mad ego sometimes. You know, especially if you've been in a hot streak and last fight you knock someone out. You might think, yeah, I'm on the streets to knock someone out to get this undisputed fight. But end of the day, nah, you know, I think Parker will be there again to fight for a world title in the next 2-3 fights. You know, still young enough, so he can just lick his wounds and regroup on this one, and it'll be fine, man. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff, guys. I'm out. Peace.